Welcome back everybody, Matt here, hope you're doing well. So this weekend they also had the movie Roofman, starring Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, Lakeith Stanfield, Judah Temple, and Ben Mendelsohn. And I actually wanted to see this movie. It's based on a true story about a guy who went to 45 McDonald's and robbed 45 McDonald's. Then he ended up hiding out in the Toys R Us for months and months, for like half of 2004. And it was also directed by Derek. I don't know how do you say his last name, Derek Cinefor. He directed Blue Valentine and The Place Beyond the Pines with Ryan Gosling. Also, fun fact that maybe people forget, this director was originally supposed to direct the Wolfman movie that we got earlier this year, and that was going to star Ryan Gosling. So Ryan Gosling and this director were going to team up for a third time for the Wolfman, but we never got that movie. But I was curious, and let me tell you something. Even though I think the reviews or the promotion or the marketing, like this story is crazy, you will not believe it. The things that happened in this movie are unbelievable. I don't think they go that far, even though the director did come out and say there were scenes we couldn't put in the movie because they were so crazy. I wish they did. But let's get into it. Positive. Channing Tatum. I know some people think Channing Tatum's not a great actor. I'm not saying he's a great actor, but once again, he can do the dramatic. We saw that in movies like Foxcatcher and Magic Mike. He can be charming and fun. He can bring the comedic side like 21 Jump Street. And here he's great. You buy him as this guy who is very smart, and he's finding a way, he's just trying to make money for his family. Now, robbing 45 McDonald's, not a great idea. His scene with Kirsten Dunst, they're great. Also, this movie is set in the halfway point of 2004. Now, this is where this gets interesting. In the time that Channing Tatum's character, John, goes to Toys R Us, is at the exact same time that a certain comic book movie, Spider-Man 2, came out in theaters. So all throughout Toys R Us, you see a lot of Spider-Man merchandise. And in fact, in the way where Channing Tatum's character hid in Toys R Us, he has Spider-Man dolls, he has Spider-Man bedding for his bedroom. It's kind of funny. Then you add the fact that this movie also has Kirsten Dunst in the movie, Mary Jane Watson. You know that had to be a little meta right there. Yeah, this happened during the time that Spider-Man 2 came out. Oh yeah, you were in Spider-Man 2, Mary Jane Watson. And also Kirsten Dunst. I've always liked Kirsten Dunst, and I have noticed now that in her, I don't want to say older career now, but she's in her 40s now. I talk about one of those child actresses that never had any problems. Kirsten Dunst. From their child star in the 90s in Interview with the Vampire, Jumanji, Small Soldiers, to then in her 2000s in the Spider-Man movies, and now as an adult, as a more grown-up, older, in her 40s. Last year's Civil War she was great in. The year before that she was in that movie on Netflix. She was great in. And once again, in this movie, Kirsten Dunst is very good. I was actually pretty surprised at how good she was in this movie. And her chemistry with Channing Tatum, perfect. Also, this movie has a lot of humor in it. It works on that level. Drama, obviously. You know, a guy just trying to make money to support his family of 3 kids. And I think this was in the, early 2000s, 2004. So, you had that. And the pacing, I thought it could have been a little bit shorter. It's 2 hours. I think this should have been maybe about 5 or 10 minutes shorter. Not by a lot. I'm not saying that it had to be completely but I think a tiny bit shorter would have been great. I wish, and one of my main negatives with this movie is the supporting cast really don't get a lot to do. You take out Kirsten Dunst, who's really the main female lead in the movie, but everybody else, from Ben Mendelsohn, I don't know why they have Ben Mendelsohn in here. He was in The Place Beyond the Pines, so he's working with the director again. But he really has nothing to do with this movie. Juno Temple, don't know why she's in the movie. Peter Dinklage, I forgot to mention him. Peter Dinklage, he plays the manager of the Toys R Us. He has more screen time than any of the other supporting cast. But even him, he's just an asshole boss. Okay, we've seen a number of those. I've had a few of those in my time. But, I wish they gave him more to do. Lakeith Stanfield is Channing Tatum's friend. He doesn't have much to do. So like I said, all the supporting cast outside of Kirsten Dunst really don't have anything to do in the movie. And right now when you have Juno Temple, Lakeith Stanfield, Ben Mendelsohn, Peter Dinklage, I was expecting more from them. So that's really my biggest negative with the movie. But other than that, the movie is an interesting character study. Channing Tatum, to me, once again, he's not the greatest actor in the world, but I like Channing Tatum. I think he brings something to the roles that he does. And this is another probably one of his best roles. He's able to mix the drama, some humor in it, and it works. And then the chemistry with Kirsten Dunst works really well. It's funny when you think, for me, back in 2004, nobody knew the name Channing Tatum. There was no Channing Tatum. Maybe that one movie, Amanda Bynes movie, She's the Man. I think that maybe came out in 2004. So that was his first role in a movie. But still, the name Channing Tatum wasn't a huge name at all. It was still another 2 years before Step Up came out. So, I really like the movie. I would easily give it a 4.9 out of 5. And the supporting cast had more to do. I'd probably give this a 5 out of 5 because I really enjoyed it. But let me know, what did you think about Roofman? Was the roof on fire for you? The roof was on fire. The roof is on fire. Actually, there's a scene where the roof is on fire. So there you go. Let me know in the comments below. Matt in the Matt here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment.